Hello my dear tank mates, welcome to Full Tank channel and the best greetings from beautiful Lithuanian seaside. Baltic Sea is more than 300 kilometers away from my tanks. I'm finishing my latest documentary over here. I haven't seen my tanks for 4 days already, and I really do miss it. Anyway, I have some plans for one of them, and it's a puffer tank. Like and subscribe, and now it's time to go home. See you in the office. Once I've read a book named Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, and there was one quote that by maintaining motorcycle, in reality you are maintaining yourself. I don't know why, but something similar happening, in my opinion, by maintaining your tank. Taking care of tank, you really are managing yourself. So finally I'm back to my office. All fishes and tanks, they are doing just great. They survived those long 4 days, and now it's time to talk about my plans for this puffer tank. I'm not really happy how plants are doing in my puffer tank. So I'm thinking about maybe I should start CO2 over here. It's not a big problem. I have a container over here, so it's just one hose for CO2 to add. I have even 3 outputs, so it shouldn't be a problem. I have everything over here. It's a bubble counter. I have diffuser over here. It's an old one from previous tank. I have to soak it for I guess 24 hours because it's absolutely dried out. And that's about it. I even have a drop checker, small one, absolutely perfect for this tank. And I believe it will be a job for 15 minutes. Put this hose to bubble counter, from bubble counter to diffuser, and that's about it. Let's do it. It's simple. You don't have to be afraid of CO2. It helps a lot. It helps a lot for my community tank. Plants are doing great. I would really like to have this kind of improvement for my puffer tank, because Java ferns, they are not doing so well. Bucephalandras, they are not dying off, but I've seen them in better shape in another tank. So I believe it would be really great option. It's not the most convenient one because it's pretty complicated to fill it up. with water, so I'm using needle just to get some water inside. See? If you're afraid of needles, it's not for you. This way it's not for you. Okay. So I'll put it over here. Have to measure hose and cut it. Pair of scissors. Just make sure it is not too tight, everything. Length is good enough to operate around your filters and things like that. So cut. One end goes over here. It's pretty convenient. And another end goes to my diffuser. See? It's like that. You can warm it up, it'll be easier. So, that's it. Go inside. And just make sure that your diffuser is next to your outlet. It has to blow bubbles all around the tank. Now I'm using simple diffuser. In the future, if I'm not okay with those flying all around bubbles, I will exchange it to this reactor. But for now, simple diffuser. Let's connect it and start it. Just like that. Water in. I hope to see some bubbles. Yeah, we do have bubbles. It's okay for now. Let's not overdose it. For the first time, make like 1 bubble per second. And we will slowly increase later on. Now they are slowing down. It's normal because the pressure has to establish and we have to regulate it. You see bubbles coming out of the diffuser. As I have mentioned, it didn't soaked enough, so bubbles are not that small as they should be, but they will be fine. Everything will be fine. Diffuser. Bubble filter. CO2 container. Simple setup, and I believe it will make some changes to my buffer tank plans. One more thing to do. It's a drop check. Small tiny one. I will fill it up and put in opposite side of the tank. This way I will be sure that CO2, if the drop checker is lime green, I will be sure tank is getting equal amount of CO2. Got a lot of stuff over here. Yeah, this is it. Now it will be blue, of course. Tiny bubble. It's absolutely perfect for that not big tank. Let's put it on the glass. As I told you, there is nothing to be afraid of CO2. It's a great improvement for your tank. It's good for your plants. Of course, you have to pay attention when you are adjusting at the right amount of CO2, because too much CO2 will just kill your fish. Better to start with the smaller amounts and increase it until the color of drop checker is right. By the way, when you are running CO2, pay attention at your lights. CO2 have to be switched 1 hour before lights and switched off 1 hour before lights are off. It's not the only way CO2 should be run, but in my case, in my experience, it works for me. Some folks, they turning on CO2 together with lights and turning off, switching lights off at the same time. I prefer to do it 1 hour before lights go on and 1 hour before lights goes off. So this is the way. The best way is, of course, to get simple timer. Set it time you need, and that's it. Of course, the results, they won't happen tomorrow or next week. You will see it in a couple of weeks. You will see plants developing. Be patient. Take care. Double, triple check your amounts of CO2 you are putting into your tank, and everything will be fine. I really hope that this little CO2 improvement you just saw will help my plants in this tank. Try to do it at home. CO2 is easy. That's it for now. And in case you would like full tank to grow, please like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.